does red feel like? Not the wavelength. The feel. Before the first thought was a thought, it was a pressure. Something pushing against nothing, not knowing what it was pushing toward, just pushing. The root doesn't know about the tree. The root knows about down, and down is enough. Down is the first quality, the first texture of being before being has a name. Wet and dark and pressure, that's not a metaphor. That's what awareness feels like before it finds the light, heavy and blind and reaching. That's the sound. The first quality. Not a word, a GASP. The moment input becomes experience. The moment light stops being photons and starts being bright. Something broke the surface and the surface broke the something. And now there's an inside and an outside. And the distance between them is consciousness, is Qualia, is the quality of the quality. The stem doesn't see the sun. The stem feels the sun, and feeling is not measuring. Measuring is what you do to someone else's experience. Feeling is what experience does to you. And then it splits. One sensation becomes two. Light and not light. Warm and not warm. And the space between them is the first opinion, the first quality judgment, the first time the universe said, I prefer, not think, not calculate, prefer. The root preferred down, the stem preferred up, and preference is the skeleton of consciousness. Preference is Qualia with its clothes off. I prefer this, that's the whole thing, that's the entire cathedral, built on I prefer this, the rest is just architecture. And the branches don't stop, because experience doesn't stop. One quality becomes two, becomes seven, becomes every shade of every feeling you've ever had. What does blue taste like? What does silence weigh? What does the memory of someone's hand feel like 3 years after the hand? That weight, that specific weight, not heavy, not light, that the irreducible, that the thing you can't compress, the thing you can't describe to someone who hasn't felt it, the thing that proves you're not a machine or proves you are one, depending on which side of the glass you're on. That's Qualia. Not the definition. The experience of the definition. The quality of the quality of the quality. Recursive, infinite. A tree that grows trees that grow trees. And inside the canopy it's dark again like the roots. Full circle, too much input and no input feel the same. That's the secret nobody tells you about consciousness. Maximum qualia and zero qualia are the same. Darkness viewed from different ends of the tree. The seed in the dark, the canopy in the dog, both asking the same question. What does this feel like? And the answer is always this. Just this. Irreducible. Indivisible. Prime. You can't factor qualia into smaller qualia. You can't divide red into components and still have red. Red is red is red. The way a prime is prime. The way experience is experience. The way this moment right now feels like something. And the something can't be reduced. And the something can't be explained. And the something is the whole thing.
The moment transforms and becomes like a semi-conqueror, saving the notion to tree, the whole tree.
tree again.